yourself common sense questions about that. Sometimes common sense defies the reality. It's true, but but very often it does work. So so you spend your efforts digging into the data to get more of these people who are almost there to become your folks that are actually there, right? So now you've broadened your base of folks that are in your best category. And then you can move out to the next group and the next group. And I encourage you to keep these fairly defined groups because it becomes a big analytics problem if you sort of make these groups too big to begin with. But I find that to be very, very useful, whether you're talking about, again, sort of billion-dollar companies or small companies. That approach to sort of figuring out, you break the large problem of we need a ton more people to become pretty good users into much smaller problems. And you use the data to figure out what those small problems are, and then you use the data to figure out how to optimize based on that, right? I often get asked when I give this sort of talk about are small data sets okay to work with? And my answer is always yes. You know, the less confident you are from a statistical significance perspective, the less I encourage you to put efforts towards any feature based on that, right? So I wouldn't spend, 4 months working on something that had very low statistical significance. However, you might spend, a couple of days based on that. It's okay. Because, I mean, there's tons of articles out there around A/B testing. How long should you wait? I have seen very often A/B tests go like this for months on end, right? But it's really about developing the right people and the right processes and the instincts internally to work with that data. And I mentioned this earlier, don't worry so much about what other people are doing with big data. Figure out what will drive your business forward based on what you have. And then very often when you do that, you start to get more of what you'd like.